Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Minecraft. This is Wyvern Rider and I'll be your host today. Anyway, so we're going to go back to our Let's Pally world and get started. Now, like I said last time, I did say that I was going to do a good amount of episode prep beforehand. So, as you can see, I've added a pressure plate for my door. But I cleared out a lot of trees around my house so that I would have plenty of room to build when I needed to expand. I put a torch over there to mark up a cave I found. But you see I've filled up my V's tank a little bit. Put a lot of things in these chests around here. I moved my furnace over. But most of what's new has happened downstairs. So first what I'm going to do is grab some iron and make myself a good old iron pickaxe, because a lot of what I did for episode prep was excavating a lot of ores, crystals, and other such items. So as you can see, I turned this into a staircase to make it a lot easier. Put the torches up there. Alright, so let's start. Is there anything up here? I can't remember. No, nothing up that way. Ah, here we go. So I found a good amount of iron. Just I left all the ores in place where they were, so that you wouldn't have to watch me do the boring mining, but that you could still see me get all the exciting stuff. As exciting as iron ore is. That's right, I stopped up here. Ooh, iron. Got lots of iron. I do have lots of iron for you. So, found a little bit more quicksilver over here. More iron. And I think the only reason I haven't excavated this one out is because I'd only just found it, or my pick broke probably. So there we go. Got all the iron. Got the quicksilver. These blocks here are holding up the water that used to be flowing down in the mine. And you'll see that I've made a lot, or done a lot of expanding down here. So I did find some lapis here. A good amount of coal. And I walked down here, and what was originally visible was just this gold here. So actually, I don't want to take the gold yet. And these two diamonds. It was most excellent at the time. I just come around the corner and bam, diamond. It was wonderful. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be building today is going to involve redstone. So I got a good amount of that. And by good amount, I mean a lot. I found a lot of redstone. So main objectives today is to show y'all a lot of the devices used in the Thaumatorium, which is your workstation. A lot of the tools and tips and tricks and whatnot. I don't know if I need to grab that gold yet. But I'm going to need a good amount of gold as well. So once I get all that smelting, the first thing that I'm going to show you how to build is an Arcane Furnace, which, while not required for your Thaumatorium, is incredibly helpful. It allows you to put up to 9 items in the furnace, and if you power the furnace, it can pause at any time if it stops smelting something. So it's really, really helpful. It's a great item. So a lot of these ores, it might look like I cheated finding them, but if they're there and I found them, then I excavated them while digging out other ones. Kind of interesting, actually. Alright, this is a classic V's crystal, a normal purple V's crystal. So I'm going to take that and got 3 of them. Grab this iron. Can't move that iron right there because lava. Now, I do grab a lot of lapis, and while not really used in Thaumcraft, lapis is incredibly helpful. Here's another earthen crystal. Interesting thing about crystals, if you mine the block they're sitting on, you don't actually have to mine the crystal itself. So I come down here. I did a lot of mining for preparation for this, because I wanted to find a good number of things. You can hear a zombie somewhere around here, but I haven't found out where he is. This is a tainted crystal, and I know that a lot of people will tell you, or some people that play Thaumcraft will tell you that you don't want these, or at least in your chunk or whatever, but I find that these are probably the most important crystal later on. So you want to find as many of those as you can. Grab all this redstone. Keep going, grab more redstone. More lapis. And then this is probably the end of the mine. But, well, the end of the mine that I've done so far. It goes up after this. So there's some up there. More quicksilver. Oop, gotta watch out for that gravel. Oh, so the one thing that I really need for the Arcane Furnace is this right here. But I can't get to it. Alright, this is an aqueous crystal. Or aqueous, whatever. Blue. It's blue. Oh god. Whew, I got 3 of them. Crap, I did not know that was underneath it. I probably should have just broken the crystal and been safer. I hate it when that happens. There's so much lava down here. Oh, my elevation right now is, I think, 12 blocks above bedrock, is where the most of that mining happened. Because I was looking for diamonds and a lot of redstone, which I found, thankfully. So I'll get the quicksilver. And then you make it down to the end here. It just goes up off that way. So one thing I think I'm going to try to do while I'm here, actually, is take some of this gravel. And this is really handy for getting all those items that are floating over lava. So you take gravel, dig this part out, and see, since there's nothing around it that I can put a block on, I'm just going to fill it up with gravel until I can. And then get the block underneath it. Bam. Whoops. You know what? I have cobblestone. Let's just use that. There we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. So these are fiery crystals. And you're going to need one of these for your Arcane Furnace. Because it does have a specific crystal that you require. As it's used for smelting and stuff. So I'm going to head on back up to the top as soon as I make sure that I've gotten everything. Heard some thunder just then. I hope it didn't strike my house, because that wouldn't be good. Oh, so the reason I left this gold in place is because I climbed it a little and I found more cave. So I blocked that lava off. I have to be careful down here because there are monsters. And I found more gold. So gold is very, very important. More green crystals, most excellent. More iron. So I don't want to spend this whole episode mining. So I will see y'all when I get back up to the house. Alright, found more V's crystals. Good number of them. So I'm going to replace this gold with something that's more easily climbed upon that isn't gold, because I like gold. And I kind of need the gold. Whoops. There we go. Oh, and it also goes up over here, so I guess I didn't walk up this way. Make sure there was nothing up here. Right. So, right, see y'all back up there. Alright, so we're back up at the house. And I've got some... First I need to make an entire block of iron. So the first thing I'm going to do is put that coal in there while I go and sort out my V's crystals. Put these away. Alright, so now I've got a good number of each type of crystal. These are vaporous crystals. I found them while I was mining before. I accidentally knocked off the block they were sitting on. So I'm going to keep my cinnabar in here. And just kind of organize all my stuff for now. I'll put the redstone in here. Put the lapis. And of course the all-important diamonds. And so once I get enough for a block of iron, Waiting. One more, just one more. Okay, so now what I need is some cobblestone. Grab another furnace. And I wouldn't call this a very important recipe, but it is one that you would probably employ if you wanted to be very efficient. So you take all of these, you take a block of iron, a furnace, and this is important, a fiery crystal, the red one. You put it in your infuser, and bam, it creates an arcane furnace. And so what I'm going to do is slap this down right here. So this is your Thaumic Furnace, Arcane Furnace, whatever it's called. So your fuel goes here, your input goes here, and your output is here. So I'm going to show you all what that looks like. I'm going to take some coal, and you can put as much coal as you want in this and not worry about it burning it all off. So I'm going to take probably the rest of this iron and put it here. And right, so you see if I take this stuff out, it pauses it right here. So I put it back in, keeps going. So it conserves your fuel. Now another thing you can do with the Arcane Furnace is put it underneath your crucible, and that will boost the speed at which your crucible can consume items. So if you want to toss like a couple of stacks of things in there and burn them off real quick, you put your Arcane Furnace directly underneath your crucible, and when the Arcane Furnace has fuel in it, it will boost your crucible. Unfortunately, if you're doing that, then the furnace will continue to consume fuel even after the crucible is done, or even after the crucible is empty. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm dumb. I have great wood logs. How silly of me. Alright, so I'm going to grab some basic Vis crystals, make some. Let's just make 10. 10 should be good for now. Actually, let's just go ahead and make all 4 of those. Take these. Alright, so this slot, I don't think I covered it last time. If every time you use a crystal in your infuser, it has a chance to output a depleted crystal. So you can eventually use those and recharge them with a certain item or with a certain discovery. And alright, so I'm going to show you how to create a couple of basic things. Let me go ahead and look up these recipes real quick. Alright. Alright, so the first thing, very simple. I didn't show you these last time because I didn't have redstone. So I'm gonna take this wood. I'm gonna grab. Oh wait, glass panes are over here. What am I thinking? Half of these glass panes. So you need regular wooden planks for this one. And it's another regular crafting recipe. So you put the wood in the corners. The panes here, like you're going to make a Vis tank, and you put redstone in the middle and it makes Vis conduits. And what you can use these for, it'll make 8 of them for each one of those. What you can use these for is, for example, if I wanted to move my infuser over, I could put the Vis conduit there, slap the infuser down again, and then if I was going to infuse something, it would draw the Vis out of the tank. Now there is a certain amount of suction, and I think the Vis infuser creates